I call the July 7th, 2026 meeting to order with a pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let's bow our heads for prayer. Heavenly Father, thank you for this great country, 250 years of freedom, and we ask that you bless our troops, our veterans, guide all our people with your wisdom. Please look over this meeting as we discuss county business, and that we handle things in a proper manner. Amen.
Roll call.
Commissioner Brinkert,
Here.
Commissioner Busdecker.
Here.
Commissioner Paradiso.
Here.
All right, I will accept a motion to approve the digital audio video recordings of the previous board session from Tuesday, June 30th, 2026.
Make a motion. Second.
Roll call?
Commissioner Paradiso.
Yes.
Commissioner Busdecker.
Yes.
Commissioner Brinkert.
Yes. All right, so we have a bid opening.
He's got the sign-in sheet.
Sign-in sheet around. So this is for the 2026 chip seal project, C-2026-3. So Matt, you want to do
Like
this?
Bill said, the sign-in sheet's going around. We have 3 bids here. First one's from Runway Incorporated. There's the bid guarantee. Total bid from Runway Incorporated is $657,069.27. Next bid's from Ward Construction. Bid from Ward Construction is $696,269.70.
Matt, what is the engineer's estimate on this project?
The engineer's estimate is $661,786. Next bid is from Henry Bergman Incorporated. They have their bid guarantee. total bid from Henry Bergman Incorporated is $742,551.63.
That's the three bids.
Three
Get them
bids.
to the engineer's office.
Have them review and be back with us then. Okay, so we have another bid opening for issue 1 at 10:15, so we got some time in there. Morgan, you guys, 10 minutes or so? Go up and-
Yep, that'd be done.
Okay, very good. Well, yeah, if you're, was here for the first bid, come on.
Thank you.
Yep, thank you for bidding.
Morgan, appreciate it.
Good morning. Again, I'm Morgan Metzger, District Administrator at Seneca Conservation District. With me today, I have Jill Boshi, Outreach Coordinator, and we're going to give you our second quarter update. So a lot has been going on. Thankfully, our farmers were finally able to start planting, and hopefully they're done. They were able to get their cover crops either sprayed or taken care of in some way. If some tillage needed done, we've had manure application happening in the county, so all good things. And so, and with that, with our H2 Ohio program right now, farmers are starting to turn in their records and different types of forms and documents for their application, and we're going to start giving them their payments here shortly. So very exciting for our farmers right now. In ditch maintenance realm, Brett has been doing the spraying of the ditches. Contractors can go on to the easement areas where the wheat has been harvested already, and so good things are happening in ditch maintenance. So we should have the collection report for you. It's at the engineer's office right now, and then our board meeting is next Tuesday, where our board will look over that as well, and then it comes to you guys. Okay, so good things there. Our drills have been very busy this spring as well, getting rented. You know, some of that is with the CRP programs that's through the federal, so like the Farm Service Agency. And then some were just some hay plantings that people were doing, or maybe some buffers and stuff like that. So those have been working out great for us as well. We've been doing our Down on the Farm story time out at Proving Ground Farm. Kids are loving the summer, so we're having a great turnout there once a month. Our board meetings, like I said, are always the second Tuesday of the month, and they start at 7 o'clock, so I encourage and invite you to always attend one of those. And then this spring, we hosted about 700 students out at Proving Ground Farm between Fostoria, Tiffin, Bellevue, Old Fort, Buckeye Central, Clyde, and New Riggle schools. So we had about 3 to 4 weeks straight of just field trips. But it was really great. It was good to hear the kids get to go outside and learn what have they learned in the classroom, and then get to experience that, whether it's with Creek, we talked about livestock and where their food comes from. We talked about crops, worms. We took them on a hike, so they got to go on the trails. We identified some different native species in the woods and different trees and stuff like that. So they had a great time. We received 9 applicants this year for our scholarship. It's probably the most that we've ever had. So our board was able to award 2 from the district side and 1 that we do for in memory of Tia Rice. So we were able to get to hand out quite a bit of money that way. We are working on hopefully getting a new kiosk and some new signage through our farm. That's our goal for this year. And ourselves, we planted soybeans this year into cover crops. So hopefully we get a good return on our investment on that. And they'll be harvested here in the fall. So just want to talk about that. Let's see. We have been doing some other educational programs as well. We had a homeschool group actually go to another farm, and they asked if we could help partner with that and explain a little bit with that. We participated with Seneca Farm Bureau's Ag and Outside the Classroom Experience this year. Participate with Earth Day at the Francis Earth Literary Center. Alan Irie has been something new that we started doing, and Tiffin Parks and Recs just did their Art Week camp. So we participated in that as well. We host every year in April the Leadership Seneca County class. They have an ag day, all right? So all things ag, we get them out into the county. We'll show them different practices our farmers and landowners can do in the county, with some or all which could affect them that they may not get to realize because maybe they're not from this part of the county, you know, maybe they're more inner city, so we get them out into the actual full county. We feed them well, they get to talk to farmers. If they want to sit in the tractor, they can sit in the tractor, you know, all the things. They actually talk about the business side of agriculture, right? And you know, and it's just those questions of like, how much does that actually cost you? How, you know, can you get a loan? And why can I not just go buy, you know, 50 acres, you know, and how can I invest in the future and all that stuff. We couldn't do it this year because of how the spring was, but last year we were able to take the group to an elevator. So kind of start at a farmer, and then where does your grain go from there? Let's talk about the elevator side of things and their prices and how it affects the farmer, but also how they're trying to stay in business as well too. So we kind of like that idea of kind of like full circle that. We've been asked a couple of times here to also help with anything that any FFAs or ag teachers need. Sometimes they just need some judges. So for different of their events or maybe some coaching or something like that. So we have been able to help with that. So that's been really nice and to give back that way. We did have our local work group meeting. Pretty good. Had OSU Extension, our federal partners such as the Natural Resources, and the Farm Service Agency, ODA was there, so good presentations by all. And then, last thing, and then I'll switch over to Joe. We just actually had a farmer field day here in Seneca County, partnered with Ohio No-Till Council, the Bird Agronomics, that's with Cody Beacom for this area, and where we had well over 100 farmers between the day and the evening sessions, where they got a gentleman from, there was one guy from Iowa, another guy who's not from around here, but people just love to listen to them speak, their research. So it was really cool that our partners were able to pay for them to come here, and so our farmers can listen, ask their questions, and see what they can do, maybe take some of those practices and put them on their fields as well. So a really great turnout with some good partners there. So, Jill.
Okay. I just wanted to highlight two quick things. First was our Fun on the Farm, was in June. I would take 100 days. The weather was beautiful. We had 103 total people come. Our partners were Seneca Parks, OSS Solid Waste District, and the Sandusky River Watershed Coalition. We certainly could not offer as much as we do on those days without them. We had just families all over the farm, and so many lingered. I kind of like to watch people, and people really hung around. We had a hayride, we had catch and release fishing, and I know some got to try that for the first time. They got to greet our livestock and feed them, and just all kinds of really great things in nature. And thankfully, unlike last year, and the weather cooperated, which really hopefully bolstered our attendance. But it's grown each time. And we had somebody ask, can we come back here? Yes, please. Like, that's exactly what we want. We want you to come and enjoy our farm. Obviously when it's open, which is every day, as long as there's not a hunt in the fall on the property. So it's a really great day. We're grateful for our partners in our community for coming out and enjoying that day with us. And then the other thing I wanted to highlight is the state Envirothon. For our area Envirothon, we had 5 teams from Seneca County, which is a very large number for us. We had Hopewell, Loudon, Miracle, Seneca East, and Sentinel, and one school had 2. And from that, the top 4 advanced to state, and Seneca East placed 4th. They got to go on to the state Envirothon, which was in early June at Franciscan University at Steubenville, way down in southeast Ohio. I was really grateful to get to go along and experience that. It was very overwhelming in the best way possible. It was invigorating to see what these kids do. It was essentially 2.5 days. So the first night it was like a social. They got to meet each other and kind of get a feel for the campus. Day 2, they spent out in the field, aquatics and wildlife, soils and forestry. They actually rotate through the station. So 4 from each area, so 20 schools could qualify to compete against each other. They work as a team in all those stations. That night they had 4 hours. They were sequestered. They were not allowed to use any electronic devices. They were given a topic right before they went in, and when I say sequester, we literally had to stand outside or sit outside their door and not help them, but we could help them with technology, but not the presentation itself. So each team had a team buddy. I was not allowed to help Seneca East because it was my own county, but they were in the classroom at the university and they had to prepare a presentation. So they spent 4 hours, and most took right up to the 4 hours to prepare. So the next morning they woke up and then they go in front of a panel of judges, and then they had 5 minutes to present. And then that afternoon was the awards ceremony. Seneca East also won the Reeves Rookies Award for being the best rookie team, and they also placed in the soils contest. They will not advance, only the top team advances to Mississippi for the national competition. But just a tremendous opportunity. Again, it was so incredible seeing these kids just really learning and engaging, getting to meet people from all across the state. I can't wait to see what they do. These are our next leaders in our field, and I think that their futures are incredibly bright, even if we hope it's an ag, of course, but even if it's not, there's so much potential in that room. They inspired me, and I hope that they continue to do great things that I'm very grateful to have seen firsthand. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, a lot going on. So it was a nice day out there in June, that was, yeah.
Thank you for coming out. It's a beautiful day. Like, so let's just keep those days going.
Right on, yep, you
It's a little
bet.
discouraging when it rains, but we can't control the weather, so we just have a best case scenario and we can hope for the best, so. The next one, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention, is October 10th. Is our next Fun on the Farm. So 9 to noon, open house style. We're currently solidifying our partners as we speak. Each one's a little bit different in terms of what our partners are. But we'd love to invite the whole community to come out and enjoy our farm with us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very good, yeah, thank you.
All right. Off to our next bid opening for issue 1, round 40.
Yep, I have the sign-in sheet for that. We have one bid. The engineer's estimate is $1,606,487.69. The bid is from M&B Asphalt Incorporated. They have their bid guarantee. Total bid is $1,705,922.43.
Okay, we'll do the same thing, get the engineer.
Yep,
and
get
tell
to
him
the
do it.
engineer, review it, proceed from there.
Hey, thank you guys for bidding.
Thank you.
All right, next on the appointment agenda, we have Renee and Smith and Sarah Stevens Krupp with Thrive Community Partners.
All right, well, thank you, and thanks, Bill. Now we don't have to introduce ourselves, so I
Right.
appreciate that. Thank you for the opportunity to be here this morning. We just wanted to provide an update. We're a little over halfway through the year, an update of things that we've been working on behalf of the county. We're working on more than just grants, so we're gonna cover a couple different fronts for you here this morning. So I'll throw it over to Renee to kick us off.
Well, I have to admit, I'm a little thrown off by the fact that the two of you are here. So it's kind of really thrown me this morning, because one of the first things on my list is the grants writing portion. And this first half of the year, we've spent a lot of time working with Pivot on multiple opportunities. And I was just going to do a very generic overview of saying that we've secured so far this year over $300,000 for them. I'm not going to give any specifics because I think they have their own announcements they want to make, but since they're here, I'll say, do you want to say anything further than that?
Absolutely.
Okay. I'll let you.
I never, first of all, since they're standing, I'm going to stand.
Please do.
And Judge Alt may want. Pivot, as you all know, started over 8 years ago. We were grant funded from the beginning. There was no county general fund used to fund our recovery program. It was federal grants in the beginning. And as you can well imagine, federal grants have kind of went away over a period of time as we established the program. So we now look for state and local grant money rather than coming to you for general fund monies. And here's where Renee comes in. We asked her to do some grants for us, and she's being very modest about that because I have a different figure. But she prepared all these grant applications. Judge Alt and I were, sometimes in the middle of the meeting, she'd have the grant almost done. And that's without AI. This is just her strength is grant writing. And so we were able to get, over this period of time this year, $541,000 for Pivot in grants. Now, one of them hasn't been awarded yet, but we think it will be. We're fairly certain it will be. I don't want to go into details yet, but $541,000 in grants. One of those is a 2-year grant, but even so, it's quite a sufficient amount of money. Then we asked, we'd like to get a court technology grant, upgrade all our court technology for the jury rooms, the courtrooms, and the magistrates' hearing rooms, because that's almost 8.5 years old. That was when it was put in, 9 years old. And you know how technology is. It's outdated and sometimes doesn't work. So she applied, and we were able to receive a $130,000 grant that's in the commissioner's name from the Ohio Attorney General. She's done all of those, and just a little input from Judge Alt and I. So without her, you know, you can have a great purpose, but unless you have that message to the person that's granting the money, it doesn't work. And we have a purpose. She gave us the message. And not only did she do all the grants and we received them, she's now doing the press releases, which we have not done yet, but we will be doing to let everyone, the general public know.
Yeah, that was a bonus.
Yeah, she did all the press releases for us, quotes that sounded really good, and you know, and she's doing all that. So, Judge, anything you want to add?
No, I echo the same sentiment of Judge Schuff. I mean, we'd reach out, I think, on the technology grant. That's due in like a week, Renee. What can we do? And, you know, immediately got set up a meeting, came over, got that going, and here we got 130,000, you know? So we just I can't thank you enough for all the help and support you give. Always there to answer questions and help, because this is quite a bit of money that it saves taxpayers of Seneca County, and we don't have to come back to commissioners on. And I think we're also very fortunate with our county too, because we get a lot of county support. Not just financially, but support in the community, support from other governmental offices, commissioners, but also local businesses that hire individuals in Pivot and help with that collaboration and donations and things to help to make the program succeed. So, but yeah, the grants, we really needed your help and came through. So, especially on technology. I mean, that goes to help save taxpaying dollars too, because
Absolutely.
we're not bringing somebody back from one part of Ohio for a 15-minute hearing from prison, you know? We can get that set up and just do it virtually. And we're running into the issue is our technology is outdated. It doesn't work anymore. Sad to say, but it's just the nature of how technology is, how quickly everything's moving. So I think that it's a really good step to bring us up to date in the courtrooms. So, but thank you.
Thank you both.
And
Very
she,
unexpected.
when I call her, she answers
Yeah.
the phone.
She does.
It's amazing.
Sometimes I get a groan, but I'm kidding, but no.
So we just wanted to support what she is doing for the county, because without it, I'm not sure we would have these funds. And then we would have to come and talk to you about a budget increase, which you don't want to do and we don't want to do it. So this will allow us not to do that. So thank you.
Will this take you into next year?
Hmm?
This money will take you into next year?
Yeah, it's more of a, state's more of a fiscal year.
Yeah.
From July 1 to June 30th. And as a result of our grant writing, we've probably been assured that we'll see another 2-year after the 1 year. So it's, yeah, once you end on some of these state grants, usually, as long as you report properly, you know, how you're spending the funds, then looks good. And we hired, Judge Alt and I have hired Mental Health and Recovery Services Board to do our grant reporting for us, because it's a specialized field also, like grant writing, and we don't have the expertise nor the time to do that. So we hired Tanya Hemmer, Mental Health Recovery Service Board. We pay it out of General Special Projects Fund, so you know, and we take care of it that way.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
The grants are a big piece of the operations of the court, because probation, pretrial services, our pre-sentence investigation department, Pivot, everything is based on grants. So that would be exceeding over $1 million on a yearly basis that Seneca County would have to fund if not for those grants. So it's very significant.
Yeah.
And we still have a couple pending,
Yes.
so perhaps more to come.
Few up your sleeve.
We didn't get into those until we get them.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So we just wanted to let you know what's going on with the courts, that Pivot, other than the rent you pay, which is a line item on our budget, our joint budget, other than the rent, almost everything is paid by grants. All our probation, as you said, pretrial services, pre-sentence, Pivot, all grants.
Great job. Thanks for the update.
Got to have a good partner to do
Thank
that.
you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for allowing us to say a couple words. Now,
Thanks for the
Back to
surprise
work.
visit. So, in addition to the traditional grants writing, a couple other things that we've been working on. A lot of times people forget that when you get funding, especially if it's federally direct funding, they allocate the money for you, but then you have to go through an entire process to access that money. So, for example, we're working on 2 projects right now on behalf of the county. One is through Bob Latta's office. You received funding to help with the ag building. So we've been coordinating with the USDA to get that money through their process, so then you guys can access it, to utilize it towards that project. The other one is the sheriff's office and Tiffin University. Through Bernie Moreno's office, they were allocated over $400,000 for training, and there's a small equipment component to that. And we've been waiting for them to open up that opportunity. So we have to, while the money has been allocated, we have to go through the grant process for you guys to access that. So that will be submitted next week through the Bureau of Justice Assistance. So you guys can hopefully get that yet this year and start spending that money. But a lot of times people don't realize, just because it appears in a budget doesn't mean that it's automatically yours. The other thing that we've done is, and I know, Matt, you were copied on some of these emails, in 2024, you guys received a couple different projects through the one-time strategic funds through the state of Ohio. with the museum finishing up their project at the end of May for their HVAC system, that was the last project that was tied to that money. So all of those reports have been filed for closeout with the state of Ohio. So again, you guys just don't even have to worry about it. You don't need to know how the sausage is made. We'll just take care of that for you. And then the last thing that I wanted to highlight that we've been working on is the Seneca County Solid Waste District. That's obviously newly formed for you guys, and the policy committee has been put in place. And so we've been working with the policy committee, and we're essentially handling, I would say, 95% of the administration of that. And we've been handling the bid process for the management plan, and that closes next week. But we've, again, just kind of behind the scenes been doing all of that work. We attend the meetings, do the minutes, the agendas, things like that. The stuff that can fall through the cracks.
So the truth is, Commissioner Franker's not doing all that work.
I am not going to say that.
You're making him look good.
I have no comment. So, yeah, no, we're just, we tell people all the time, we're the behind the scenes people. We're the capacity builders, the people that just step up and help when there's a gap. And so those are a couple of the things that I wanted to highlight, and I know Sarah's got.
Yeah, and then just to kind of let you know, looking ahead, the pipeline remains full. So we are actively working with EMS on a funding opportunity submission. We're also in active conversations with the Ohio Department of Development on a grant that's due later this summer on the county's behalf. And so we're not just currently managing what's currently happening, but we continue to identify and pursue other opportunities that we think are a good fit for the county. So that was kind of a lot, but it's really just a high-level rundown just to get you up to speed on what we've been working on. One of our biggest problems is we're not actively talking about what we're doing. We're just doing it. So we appreciate the opportunity to be here this morning and share with you what we're doing. We appreciate the opportunity to continue to work with the county. So at that point, I guess if there are any questions, we are happy to answer those at this point.
Yep.
I just want to kind of
Great
follow
job.
what the judges said as far as like, if you need something, you guys always pick up your phone, and that's huge. I mean, it's been some other
We do
stuff.
always pick up our phones.
Yep, exactly. So it's a blessing or a curse, however you want to look at that, so, right, but, yeah, but no, thank you, guys, I mean, dedicated and, you know, especially with the solid waste, as we try to get guidance and stuff on that, they say, well, this is brand new and stuff with it, and, you know, we always muddle through and get through what needs done and stuff with it, and, yeah, more to come on that, so thank you for being a support of that, 'cause that's gonna be a huge endeavor, so.
I think just one for the public. So as commissioners, you are helping the judges, you're working with the sheriff, and you're available for any other elected in the county that may need some assistance, right? And we would work that out. As far as our agreement, it's money well spent. And so I just want to make that comment, if any of the other electeds are, some are using you, for example, EMS for working with you. But there may be others too.
Correct, and, you know, it comes and goes.
It's good.
Sometimes it's a busy season with one
Right.
organization, and then, you know, obviously pivots consumed a lot of our time, the first part of the year. But, yeah, it's cyclical. Different things open up at different times. And, you know, sometimes we find something and we send it out and say,
Yeah.
do you have a fit? I know with the court technology grant, I want to give a shout out to Commissioner Bustecker, because he also had a potential project with that. And it didn't end up panning out, but, you know, you guys as commissioners are constantly looking for opportunities as well. And so I think it's important that the citizens know that.
Well, thanks again. Thank you.
Thank you both.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah, you guys want to hang out, you can.
Hey, you even know how to get out the back door.
You want me to go out the back door?
Well, if you want to save some steps.
You're ashamed for me to go out the front?
Save some steps, but, your call.
Thank you.
Trying to call twice.
Thank you. That's good, Bill. Sure.
All right, going to move into commissioner reports.
I can do that.
Yep.
I'll go ahead and do it. I'll be quick. Yeah, last week was a short week, but it did have a few things that we did. There was a couple of meetings got canceled. Downtown development meeting got canceled. Did go over to Norwalk last Thursday for North Central Behavioral Board merger. Seneca County, Sandusky County, Ottawa County, Wyandotte County, and now Huron County are all in the Mental Health and Recovery Board jointly. Mircea Handru runs that operation. He has great people. Adding them on to, or handling Huron, they'll be fortunate to have them involved with it. So it's a nice event. It was a packed room. They had some additional things after I left and I wasn't invited to, so I don't know how all that went, but it was a good event, and thank you to all of them for what they do for us. Additionally, we had the holiday weekend, had 4th of July. I'm fortunate to live by Hedges Warrior Park. It was very loud, very active. Had a car show, went out, walked around that, and went out and done a couple of things at some of the food vendors, and tried to go to bed early. Didn't work that way.
Didn't go that way.
Don't get that fortunate when you live right in front of it.
Right, exactly.
So, after that, right now, some things with personnel policy handbook, we're doing some things with that. Matt and I kind of talked, there's some things maybe with cybersecurity that needs to be added into it. Not sure how all that overlaps into it yet, but I'll stop there.
Very good.
Good progress. Just wanted to make a comment on the Township Road 71 upgrade. With the Carmoose, with the closing of County Road 31, Township Road 71 is being upgraded. So as a result of our meeting and discussion in person with the farmers, they are putting tile along both sides, and that Township Road 71 is being upgraded to county standards at the expense of Carmoose. And I just want to thank, really, Terry was here from the engineer's office, Carmoose, really all of us were out there, listened to the farmers, the people. And in the end, the upgrade will incorporate what they suggested,
Yep.
which is great.
And actually, last night, as a Liberty Township, they did sign, Carlos was there, they signed it, and they got it with Mark this morning.
Yeah,
So,
that's what they needed, was
Yep.
township approval. So that was good, and I just want to, that's a positive thing
Yep,
for our
good.
constituents, so I wanted to say that. That's it for now, that's all I got.
All right. Last Tuesday, we're over to the Board of Elections meeting, Brett was there, kind of a quick meeting, stuff
Oh,
on
yeah, I
that.
forgot about that.
Yeah, they went through, and it's kind of, getting ready for the fall election stuff on it. Wednesday night, went over to Judy Dezay, kind of taking her around the townships and stuff, since she's working on issue 1 with the collaborative, so went over to Pleasant Township and talked to those guys and introduced her, since, again, working with grants and stuff with that. And then after that, I went up to Adco Fair, had their meeting, they're getting all the game faces out as we approach fair season and stuff with it, so they're, and everything, and actually they got a grant, and then they also contributed, and they did a big redoing their parking lot there, so it's really sharp up there and stuff like that. And actually Lynn was there, kind of updating with EMS and stuff with it too, to kind of see what the schedules are and kind of work with them on some different options with that, so. They are, again, very appreciative of all of our EMS being there. There was a time where there was a struggle and stuff with it. It's really come around a long way and stuff with that, so they every time seeing it, everybody's thinking of it. So. Friday had, Green Springs had a parade, participated in that, had a nice turnout, and it was definitely a warm one and stuff on that, but it was good. And then Saturday, they actually, Bloomville Republic kind of put their parade together, so Bloomville started, did Bloomville, and then went up to Republic, participated in their parade and stuff on it, so it was, yeah, definitely a good time and, with it, and, yeah, actually went over to Hedges Warrior Park at, just went up for lunchtime and stuff on it, kind of walked around there a little bit, and went over to Brent's Fridge, but it was all locked up, so we couldn't get a beer out of there or anything on it, so, yeah, but, yeah. So then, then Monday, like I said, last night I was over to Liberty Township meeting and talked to those guys and had Judy to introduce her. And then this morning had Board of Revision and also had the Budget Commission. So brings us up to the day. So we'll go ahead and move over to the County Administrator Report.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to echo, well, first thank Morgan and Jill for, coming up and giving us an update and everything going on with Seneca Conservation District, and wanted to thank Renee and Sarah for all your work, from my seat, very, very much appreciated, especially being relatively new here, so appreciate it. Going on the county financials, the general fund month-to-date revenue for June, that was $2,777,441.33. And the month-to-date expenses for June was $2,063,247.30. This leaves us with a projected ending balance of $2.629 million at the end of the year. Other things going on, naturally I'm working on a lot of things. It's like kind of what Renee said, there's just so much that goes on behind the scenes. One thing that was in the works that's been completed, JFS did a transition to Teams phones. Their word was it surprisingly went well. That was funded through the state of Ohio, so good that seemed to be fairly seamless for them. It said last week they were going to start the carpet cleaning at the Justice Center and Annex. They had hoped to finish it, but they were able to get most of it done, but they need to finish some of it up this week, so making progress there. Other than that, I don't have any bullets and points today.
Okay, very good. All right, go into any other old business? If not, we'll new business, supplemental appropriations.
First supplemental appropriations from the general fund, or for the general fund 0010 for equipment. It's $1,367.41. This is a blanket for equipment. The next supplemental appropriation for the general fund 0010, it's for transfers and contract services. This is a $100,000 transfer out to the Children's Services Fund. Next supplemental appropriations, Clerk of Courts Technology Grant Fund 1190. This is for equipment, and it's in the amount of $35,864. And this is the grant money that they acquired. It's for upgrades. Next one's Clerk of Courts Technology Grant Fund 1190 for software licenses and services for $27,122. And this is grant money for upgrades. There's one budget adjustment. It's for the Child Support Enforcement Fund 2019. And this is from salaries to contract services for $96,589.29. So they're moving funds basically from salaries to contract services. And that's the supplemental appropriations and the budget adjustment.
Okay, I will entertain a motion to accept the supplemental appropriations.
I'll make the motion.
Second that?
Second. Roll call?
Commissioner Paradiso,
Yes.
Commissioner Bustecker.
Yes.
Commissioner Franker.
Yes.
Ready for resolutions?
Resolution time, yep.
All right, got a few resolutions on the agenda. First one's a resolution authorizing fund transfers be made to the Children's Services Fund 2078. This is a movement of $100,000 from the general fund to the JFS Children's Services Fund for foster care placement cost.
Entertain a motion?
Make the motion.
Second that?
Okay, roll call?
Commissioner Paradiso,
Yes.
Commissioner Bustecker.
Yes.
Commissioner Franker.
Yes.
Next resolution is authorizing the Seneca County Board of Commissioners to enter in an agreement contract with Adventure Driving Academy for driver's education services on behalf of the Seneca County Department of Jobs and Family Services.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call?
Commissioner Paradiso,
Yes.
Commissioner Bustecker.
Yes.
Commissioner Franker.
Yes.
Next resolution is authorizing the Seneca County Board of Commissioners to enter an agreement contract with American Driving School LLC for driver's education services on behalf of the Seneca County Department of Jobs and Family Services.
Make the motion.
Second.
Okay, roll call?
Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes.
Commissioner Bustecker?
Yes.
Commissioner Prankert?
Yes.
So if I would have denied that, does that mean my son won't start driving next year? Just wanna-
Resolution authorizing the Seneca County Board of Commissioners to enter an agreement contract with RCM Architects Incorporated for architect services for Seneca County EMS Station Number 7 on behalf of the Seneca County EMS.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call?
Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes.
Commissioner Bustecker?
Yes.
Commissioner Prankert?
Yes.
Resolution authorizing the memorandum of understanding for the Vanguard Sentinel Career and Technology Centers School District School Resource Officer on behalf of the Seneca County Sheriff's Office.
Make the motion.
Second? Have a second. Roll call?
Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes.
Commissioner Bustecker?
Yes.
Commissioner Prankert?
Yes.
Resolution authorizing the Seneca County Board of Commissioners to accept the bid of County Road 5 / County and County Road 43 pavement resurfacing project, and this is C-2026-1.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes.
Commissioner Bustecker?
Yes.
Commissioner Prankert?
Yes.
Resolution authorizing the Seneca County Board of Commissioners to enter into an agreement contract with MMB Asphalt Incorporated. This is C-2026-2, and this is for the County Road 7, County Road 592 pavement project.
Make the motion.
Second.
Roll call?
Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes.
Commissioner Bustecker?
Yes.
Commissioner Prankert?
Yes.
Resolution authorizing fund transfers to be made from the LGF alternate formula to the EMA Fund 2102.
Make the motion. Second.
Roll call?
Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes.
Commissioner Bustecker?
Yes.
Commissioner Prankert?
Yes.
Resolution establishing the Common Pleas Court Technology Grant Fund 1195 on behalf of Common Pleas Court 1 and 2.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second. Roll call?
Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes.
Commissioner Bustecker?
Yes.
Commissioner Prankert?
Yes.
To our last resolution. It's resolution rescinding resolution 2026-134, setting the time, date, and place to receive sealed bids for the City of Fostoria Municipal Building ADA Restrooms Project.
I'll make the motion.
Second that. Explain that. Yeah.
Update on that?
Yeah, this is being administered by the collaborative, and they had submitted it to be, time and date to be for the bid. And then after this went out, somebody from the city of Fostoria, basically they didn't have all the necessary info for the bid packet. So it's rescinding it, and then they're in the process of getting that information, all the necessary and correct information they need, and then it'll be back on the agenda, setting the time, date, and place when that is all in order.
So kind of, I think it would end up being that the design and stuff of it was not.
Yeah, I don't think it was truly complete, and maybe there was a little miscommunication
I
with.
remember this from Dave way back when we started this grant. It's an ADA grant
Yeah.
a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, my only thing, they have that grant money, they have time to, we should be okay.
Yeah, they're okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, that explains it. We good, Cheyenne?
Yep.
Roll call.
All right, Commissioner Paradiso,
Yes.
Commissioner Bustecker,
Yes.
Commissioner Franker.
Yes.
That is the last resolution.
Okay. Any other public comment? Okay, if none, meeting adjourned.